everyone, let us dive into the word. Today's gospel is taken from John chapter 16, verses 23 to 28, where it says, "When that day comes, you will not ask me for anything. I am telling you the truth. The Father will give you whatever you ask of him in my name. Until now, you have not asked for anything in my name. Ask and you will receive, so that your happiness may be complete. I have used figures of speech to tell you these things, but the time will come when I will not use figures of speech, but will speak to you plainly about the Father. When that day comes, you will ask him in my name, and I do not say that I will ask him on your behalf, for the Father himself loves you. He loves you because you love me and have believed that I come from God. I did come from the Father, and I come into the world. And now I am leaving the world and going to the Father." Today's gospel talks about asking God for things that we desire, but also understanding that it does not mean material things, but rather things like gifts that will bring us closer to God. More often than not, I think a lot of us struggle with this asking, and we don't really see the answers. We don't really feel like we're receiving anything, and most of the time it's because we unconsciously don't allow God to answer our prayers, or don't allow him to grant our desires, because sometimes we feel like we need to be in control of our lives, and we feel like we want answers, but we need them a certain way. So that really kind of stops us from receiving anything that God has to offer us. We want answers, but we only want it if it's exactly the way we planned it out in our heads. In verse 27 it says, "For the Father himself loves you. He loves you because you love me and have believed that I come from God." So I feel like today's gospel is really just a reminder of God's love for us. To encourage you, dear brothers and sisters, to just take a moment to think about all your unanswered prayers, all your requests that you feel God has not answered you. I just ask that you surrender it to God, and you just allow him to work in your life and allow him to answer your prayers. Have a blessed week, dear brothers and sisters. God bless.